guys, in this video I'm going to break down how to set up one of the most exciting apps I've seen in a long time. This is called BetterCart, and the reason why I love it, well, there's a few reasons. It pretty much does everything you would want any app that adds value to your store to do. It gets people to spend more money on average. It gets more people to actually make the purchase, okay? Even maybe Molly back there. What's up, Molly? Molly might even spend a little bit more money if she uses it. And it's also super fast. So a lot of the problems with other apps that are similar to this, such as one-click upsell or Intercart, for example, the load speed is going to cause you to have a couple people time out or just get tired of waiting for the checkout to load, and they're gonna bail and not even add their information for like a abandoned cart sequence. So what does that mean? That means it's gonna cost you less to get a sale, and it's gonna get people to spend more. So you are bringing your expenses down and your revenues up for the same dollar spent advertising. Super exciting. It does some other cool functions as well, such as the order bump. Order bump is basically when you put something in front of people before the purchase is actually done. It can be on the product page, on the cart page, but in this example, it's gonna be on the checkout page, which works great, okay? And then last but not least, it integrates with pretty much everything you need as well. It has its own abandoned cart sequence that you can custom build within. So for example, if you wanted to send different series of messages from one product person that goes to see maybe like a car product, and then change the messaging where you're selling to a camera niche, right? And then you want the camera niche to get a different sequence of abandoned carts and discounts, right? So you can actually customize the whole thing, which is super awesome. As far as I've seen, there's multiple upsells, so you can at least do 3 or 4 upsells, which means you can push your average order value through the freaking roof if you get a good combination. And last but not least, it integrates with Klaviyo for email follow-up, and also third-party processors such as NMI, for example, which is a gateway that I use, or Authorize.net, or one of the many other options, and PayPal. I'm not a PayPal guy. Long story, sensitive subject. Let's not get into it right now. I'll let Molly explain that one later, or Frank over there behind her. But anyways, I want to walk you through how to set this app. I need to set it up with one of my partner stores, so I'm gonna show you this process right now. Okay, so I'll provide you with a link in the description to this video. That's gonna give you a sweet deal if you do it. Yes, it is an affiliate link. I probably make a little money. I actually don't know what the payout is for me, but it should get you a deal, and that'll be finalized hopefully with them by the time this video goes out, and you'll see that with the link. So make sure to check that out if you want to support me, support these free videos I put out, and also get something in return. It should give you a deal or discount in some way. Okay, so I'm gonna go to BetterCart for now, and I'm going to go ahead and sign up. Start the free trial. You get a 14-day free trial. That's just their standard offer. I'm gonna grab the URL for this store, which is gonna be blurred out when you see this. Sorry guys and gals. All right, so now that we are in, we're gonna go ahead and install the unlisted app. And once you're already installed, all right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to the plans, this little convenient credit card thing. You're gonna wanna just do the Pro. The Lite doesn't give you a lot of the features that you're gonna want for an app like this, okay? It will pay for itself if you are using the Pro, I can promise you. $200 more a month is nothing if you get a cheaper cost per purchase, a higher conversion rate, a higher average order value, all of the good things, and more abandoned cart recoveries, okay? One thing I also forgot to mention, so another app that's called Shopify, which allows you to track this, multiple pixels on the same store. It's kind of replaced with this app as well, not completely, but that is a huge value add as well. So you almost, if you're using all the apps that this is gonna replace, you're gonna spend anywhere from $200 to $300 a month anyway, okay? But this is gonna pay for itself in a tenfold at least. All right, so I'm gonna choose this plan. I'm gonna pause the video just for a second as I enter my credit card details. All right, now that I've chosen my plan, I won't be charged for 2 weeks. Yes, same thing for you, my friend. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we are going to go to our settings. We're not gonna enable yet, I'm gonna do that last, all right? But what I do wanna do here is I'm gonna go, you could do a logo, but it's gotta be very small. It's gonna pop up in the top left corner. You could change the store name to whatever you want it to be. This is gonna be blurred out when you see it, so don't mind that, you can understand why. You're gonna go to the trust badges, and we're gonna obviously I have these saved already. Let me just pull it up real quick. Some nice fancy trust badges. You ideally want to match your branding to the store, or sorry, the branding colors of the store to the app itself. I always do green checkout buttons. There's another color I want to use probably for this. Let me actually find that. Okay, that's close. The next thing I want to do is I want to add my Facebook pixel. So I'm going to go into my business manager. I'm going to go to business or events manager. And obviously you can't see the pixel name because it's my store name. Don't be offended. And I'm going to grab the pixel number, which is right here. And then I'm going to come back, new pixel, Facebook pixel. When you do Google, you'll want to do the same thing. So you would obviously just do Google pixel. If anyone's on Snapchat, I know I'm not. Molly might be, right, Molly? Next thing you want to do when to activate your Klaviyo. So I'm going to hit activate Klaviyo. I need to go grab my API key. Let's see if I remember my login. All right, now that we are logged in, we need to go here to our account. And we're just going to grab should be our private API. Okay, so yeah, our private API key. Super easy to do. You're going to go to your settings, API keys. Grab this one, activate, voila. That's gonna tie in with your flows. So the flow it's gonna be using is gonna be our abandoned cart, obviously, and you're gonna see it right here. So you shouldn't need to add another flow. It should just sync up with that. And should be good to go here. Okay, Klaviyo, Facebook. You could do Google Tag Manager if you're doing Google. We're not gonna do that in this video. Now, your payment gateway, okay? You could do, there's a few options here, all right? So we get this to load. All right, so for now, we're just gonna use our Stripe. That's the main one we have set up at the store. Okay, so we have our email integrated. We have our payment gateway integrated. We have our subscription already picked. Now we're gonna go ahead and name our first funnel, and we will call this, we'll call this, let's pick a product first. Give me a sec, and we'll be right back with you with the perfect product. All right, I'm back. I've got the perfect product for us in this. So this is gonna be a mascara that everyone on the internet has sold in the dropshipping space. We're gonna call this funnel mascara. We're gonna give it a tag. The tag is going to be mascara tag. It could be whatever you want it to be. And we're gonna we'll just leave it blank for now. You can fill all this in later. So remember, you wanna pick your gateway, okay? And PayPal, if you're like me, you're a team, no PayPal, totally cool. And we want to start a free trial. All right, so now let's make sure this funnel is set up. Okay, but before we do that, we need to do one thing, which is set up our SMS. SMS is gonna be your abandoned carts when someone enters their phone number, and then they change their mind and leave. You wanna make sure you can send them a couple messages to incentivize them, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and first open up discounts. We first need to create a couple discounts. We'll try, there's so many ways you can do this. We'll just make one for now. Free ship G, or free shipping, save, go back. Okay, so now we're gonna go to our first one, go abandoned cart. We'll call it abandoned cart. This is where you do split testing. It's gonna be custom to the product itself, really cool. And we're gonna do 703 for my local area code. Okay, so one moment, let me make sure we upgrade, choose plan. Okay, there we go. Now let's go back and repeat that. Abandoned cart, research, and create. All right, So now, really important, this is a little bit different. So a lot of upsell funnels are gonna just automatically send out your SMSs across the board. You have to assign the SMS to the funnel. You can make a site-wide funnel. For example, I just want everyone to check out through this app versus the standard 2 or 3 step checkout process with Shopify or one-page checkout, which is one of my favorite things about it. What you could do, you could make a tag that you apply to every single product, so it would push every single product to BetterCart versus Shopify checkout. You could do that here, okay? And then you would also obviously want to have your abandoned carts SMSs going out that way. Okay, so now we have added our product tag. Oh wait, that's not it. Mass, let me double check. It should be it though, yep. So mass carrying tag. All right. So now we're gonna add our first message. I'll just do this one. Remember, these can be however you want. We talk about this more in our course, okay? You can even see a preview in our free mini course if you haven't checked that out. It's in the link below, okay? So now we're gonna go to, let's go, hey, first name, you forgot to finish completing your order. Come back in the next 30 minutes and we'll cover the shipping cost for you. Use code, paste the code, and then when you check out here, link, voila, there we go. So that will send out when someone leaves 5 minutes after, just like a lot of the other apps, which you still need, okay? So let me just double check a few things. We got our gateway, we have our tracking pixel, we have Klaviyo, we'll need to add Google later, we have our first SMS, it's tied to our funnel. Now let's make our funnel, all right? So I'm gonna go into the funnel. One really exciting thing, you can add the product bump. So we'll go here, and then we'll pick the same product, which I'm a big fan of. I love selling more of the same. Okay, it could just be the same product at a discount. A lot of ways we could do it, right? So probably want to give, I can't give a discount. So you actually need to create a separate product. Like for example, I would duplicate the product, discount it down on the page itself, and then make that the order bump. So maybe just a single unit by itself, okay? There we go. You can make it say whatever you want. Super cool, right? Okay, now let's add the first upsell, more of the same. Boom, okay, I would want to edit this page for sure. You can either make it your branding, so if you like blue is your color, you want to match the style and the brand, okay? Or we'll just make it what I consider to be the standard offer page, all right? One little glitchy thing here too, you gotta save the draft. You can't publish. If you hit publish, it's gonna wipe everything out, which is really frustrating. All right, now the next thing we want to do is we want to, I'm gonna leave the quantity here. And for the product, I could change the name, or I probably want to get rid of this, right? So there's a lot of little tweaks. I'm not gonna go super in depth here, just to show you what you can do. So if you ever used OCU, for example, it's very similar with some small differences. But most important, remember, always save a draft. It's really frustrating when you edit everything and it just wipes it out when you go to publish. So it should be good there. Okay, I always look at mobile as well. I would change this normally, I'm not going to right now. I'm gonna publish and then go back. And I could add another downsell here. So I'm not gonna go deep into my upsell downsell sequence, but usually I do more of the same for the upsell and then more of the same for the downsell with a bigger discount, or maybe instead of a 3-pack, maybe I sell them a 1-pack. And then the next upsell is going to usually be like express shipping, so I can pay for faster shipping. Or I know some guys do warranties, okay? So you can do like an extended warranty because let's say it's something you would just replace anyway because it didn't cost you very much. Maybe just sell them a warranty just to give them the peace of mind that they could always come back in the next year or two, whatever you want to promise, and they get a full replacement at no charge for the product, right? So now the funnel's good, let's just give it a test. Okay, I'm gonna have my video editors actually edit out as much of the store as possible. I just wanna kind of show you what the actual checkout process looks like. So we should cross your fingers here. So we're gonna hit buy now. It actually took them straight to cart. No, that's not what we want. That is, there we go. So it skipped the cart. I'm glad this actually happened so I could show you. So we're gonna go back to here. We do not want to skip cart. I'll need to double check that. In my other stores that I set this up with, it actually didn't do that. I don't know why it jumped, but it could be the theme setting. Regardless, this is what the actual checkout looks like. Should be, oh, I know exactly what it is. So forgive me, we did this, we want to do a within the cart, go check out. So in your settings here for your funnel, one thing really important, I almost forgot, you want to do single page Shopify clone. Okay, so let's try that again. I'm gonna go buy it now. Should take us to the cart. I don't know why it isn't. I'll have to double check that in my theme, but regardless, here we are. So we have our one-page checkout. We have our beautiful little order bump right here just waiting for us so they can actually add one more for a ridiculous price that I wouldn't be charging because I didn't actually do the full setup, but you get the idea, okay? You enter your info and your credit card and everything here. You complete the purchase, and then it would display your upsell, downsell sequence. So that's basically it in a nutshell. There are a couple different apps that will not integrate with this, such as quantity discounts, right? So anything that auto applies like a discount prior to the checkout, it may not carry through. So just be aware of that. You're gonna wanna change your strategies around how to use your apps a little bit. But regardless, even if you're not even doing upsells, just pushing people to the one-page checkout is very powerful, especially with the load speed. So get your free trial, special offer, whatever I negotiate for you. It is a affiliate link, just full transparency. You'll see that in the description with the video. But remember, this is the best app if you want to increase conversions, if you want to cut down your cost per purchase, if you want to increase the average order value, how much people are spending when they come to the store, if you want to have your custom upsell, downsell sequences, if you want to save a little money on your SMS with the built-in SMS, and if you want to save some money with Trackify, which has multiple pixels as a separate app, this actually has it built in. So it isn't the cheapest, but is absolutely worth it. This kind of app can change the game for you. Go ahead and check it out now. It's new, it's exciting, really cool. Can't recommend enough. This is my #1 app I'm using right now, and this can change the game for you. And as always, don't forget to check out our free mini course, which you're going to see in this link to the description as well. That's going to break down how to do dropshipping from A to Z in a very simple step-by-step process. It's like a mini version of our actual course, obviously without the coaching, but it's going to show you everything from A to Z and how to build a store, find a winning product, test it, and scale it, okay? And also, check out our free case study you're going to see below as well, which is going to show you how to do some really ridiculously big numbers. Like one of our students did about $500,000, over $500,000 in less than 8 weeks. Not promising that kind of result for everyone, but just showing you what is possible. All right, go and check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.